Hello, YouTube friends. It's Randy here with We Crafty Creations for a video today on Goimagine, talking specifically about the Mosaic site and what the difference between your standard Goimagine plans versus if you have a Mosaic site. So first of all, this is my goimagine.com/WeCraftyCreations. This would be what someone would see if they clicked on my product and then clicked on my shop, or if I sent them a link to this via goimagine.com/WeCraftyCreations. So we just have one banner at the top that is static, and this would look different on a computer screen. We are currently looking at my phone screen, so it looks different on mobile than it does on a full computer. And then below here we have my little logo and the information about me that I've chosen to show. You can choose to show your city and state or not, or I believe you can also just show your state and not the city you live in, which is pretty cool. There's a link for Meet the Maker. If I click on that, it shows more about me, and that's all information I've put in there, of course. And then I have chosen to bring my reviews over from my Etsy sales. So that shows there as 373 reviews that I had pulled over at the time. And it is $10 to do that if you choose to do that, and that's available to anybody. And if you need the information, let me know, but it is floating around in the groups and in Maker Circle and everywhere. So and then right below that we've got this bold section that I've chosen this text here as my shop headline, I believe it's called. And then these are my featured products. So I chose 12 featured products to be at the top of my shop here. And then, of course, there's a menu right here where you can choose the different sections. And then there's also a search this shop where you can search this shop in particular for a particular product. And then after you get past the featured, you get into all the regular products. There's 37 active products right now. I have a lot more that I need to activate once I get it all sorted out, and it shows so many, and then it shows separate pages here. So you'd have to click page 2 to get to more because it's showing 12 products per page. And the buyer could change that, and they can, choose to increase the number that shows up on their page. That's completely up to them. So that's what the Goimagine site looks like when you have a plan that is non-Mosaic. So the Goimagine logo is at the top. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can click things to become a maker. You could find ways to get back to the main Goimagine page and out of my products. The wonderful thing, one of the many wonderful things about Goimagine is that when you are on somebody's shop, it does not advertise anywhere in here other Goimagine products. It does not take your customer away from you and to another shop within Goimagine, which is really nice because, of course, we know that in Etsy they do that all the time, and it's pretty frustrating. So that is my regular Goimagine shop. And then if we pop out of here and then we go into my Mosaic shop, you can see right away that it looks quite a bit different. Once again, this is the mobile version. The website full version looks a little different. The size of this banner that says Meet Randy right here is different, for example. But as you can see, a lot of things are really similar. A big thing that you see right off the bat is it doesn't say Goimagine on it anywhere. Now, my website is just wecraftycreations.goimagine.com. I have not purchased a domain, and that is because wecraftycreations.com is taken. Nobody's using it, but it's taken, and it would probably cost me a lot of money to try to broker to get that. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, and I'm just kind of thinking about it still, to be honest. It's frustrating. I should have bought that a long time ago. I've been using We Crafty Creations for at least 3 or 4 years. So this banner right here in the middle is actually a carousel banner, and I know on the mobile site, and I thought also, or I know on the web when you're looking at it as a web page, but I also thought on the mobile that it would automatically go between these, but it's not doing that here, so I don't know. It would just kind of scroll through them. But anyways, these are links also. I was able to put a link to this, so someone clicks on, oh, look, it moved on its own. I didn't do that time. If you click on Meet Randy, it takes you You have to click on it just on the right spot, which is something I've been meaning to complain about, because I think they need to make that less sensitive. I don't know. But anyways, so then you can get here and you can learn all about me, and you can see the detail of those reviews that I got and everything. So it's pretty nice. Or if you click this, check out our magnets, then it will actually take you to all of my magnet category. Basically, we're in the categories here, which is really cool. So, and then I have one set for ornaments. That's what I decided to do for my 3. And you get 3 banners up here when you have Mosaic. You also get to choose your own colors. So this font at the top, this wording at the top could be a different color. I think it even affects that little 0 next to the shopping cart. That all fits within my color scheme. But if you chose your colors to be pink and yellow, then those things would be pink and yellow. So you get to decide. And then I've got my featured products. It's really important when you have a Mosaic shop that the featured products are here and that you have at least 6, because otherwise it makes your shop look really empty, because if you keep scrolling, it doesn't show the other products. What it does is it gives you 3 more places to put banners here. And so I have a link to my reviews. Then I have a link to my mailing list to sign up for 20% off and get on the mailing list. And then I have a link to my clearance section at the very bottom. And I chose to keep that at the bottom. And I made these banners and everything, and that's a lot of extra work. So that's something to keep in mind, is that if you want to take advantage of all that Mosaic offers, you have to put in a little extra work to make the banners and to associate them to the correct link that you want them to go to. But yeah, that's the biggest differences between Mosaic there. And then to see the rest of the products, they would have to click over here. And there are some different options for how this looks. And I don't remember exactly what they are, but there are some different options here as to how things are placed on your website. Not a ton, but some. So that's kind of the big differences that I see. The most important of those, of course, being that if you do buy your own domain, then you can give out wecraftycreations.com. And then it's like your own website, and people it's kind of hard for them to even tell that it's associated with Goimagine at all. Also, when you scroll down to the bottom here, it doesn't have all this Goimagine stuff here. Instead, it has Meet the Maker, which is me, Contact Us, which is me, Shop Policies, that's me. So it's not taking them back to the Goimagine site. It's not asking them to become a Goimagine seller or offering that. None of that's there. So the links, are really great. And these are my social media links at the bottom. So that way they can go to my Facebook page or then go to my Instagram page. So it's very much centered around my shop only. And it's not really talking about or showing Goimagine at all. So there are a couple little things here and there that might say Goimagine. Once somebody actually chooses an item and they actually go to purchase it, it might say something. I'm not sure, so I'm going to play with it. I don't know. I don't think this will let me go further unless I upload a file. I picked the worst example. We'll say this is going to be what my cat looks like. Add to cart. Just want to see what happens when we get to the cart section. Just wanted to see if I thought it looked any different. I mean, it does say secure checkout powered by Goimagine. So that's like the first mention of Goimagine that you see. But anyways, that's really the big difference there. There are some other things when you choose the All-Star plan, such as the Maker Business Academy. MBA, yeah. But that actually, I think, is included in the middle plan as well now. So that's not necessarily anything extra special, but that's the big difference. So, and then also the number of listings that you can have, which is, a big deal if you plan on having a lot of listings. So that's gone over in a number of different videos. That's not what I was looking for. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow and I forgot what I was looking for. Become a member, that's where you can find them. So they show the different plans here. So Yeah, if you have the All-Star plan, you get 1,000 product listings. If you have the middle plan, the growth plan, you only have 100 product listings. So if you're pretty sure you're going to go over 100 product listings, you're going to really want to consider the All-Star plan. And then also the transaction fee. The transaction fee for the All-Star plan is only 3.5%. So that's when you make a sale, that's the amount that they take out. And then the growth plan is 4.5%. So that's a pretty big difference, with being a whole percent different for having the All-Star plan. And something to keep in mind is if you are thinking about changing the plan that you're in, the 18th, so about a week from now, basically, depending on when you're watching this video, is when the grandfathered pricing will no longer be a thing. So you want to pick what the highest plan that you want to be in before August 18th. And I would say, don't wait till the last second. Do that on August 16th or so, because, it might take a minute. There might be an issue and you have to contact support or something like that. And I would hate for you to miss out on that if you're thinking about upgrading your plans, as well as if you're thinking about signing up for Goimagine and you haven't yet. You want to make your decision at least 3 or 4 days before the 18th, because it does take 2 or 3 days for them to approve you. So you don't want to wait till the last second and have that risk you not making it in there in time. And I'm sure that they'll be understanding and flexible in general. Goimagine is very understanding and flexible, but don't take advantage. Just do it now and make sure that you get in before that deadline. So that's all I really had to say about Mosaic. If anybody has any more detailed questions about Mosaic, I can definitely show how you do all of those different banners. I can say that it's just the same as doing the first banner. It's just making sure that you fall within the size guidelines. So when you have Mosaic, it says Mosaic, and it says Mosaic theme settings, Mosaic banner. So theme settings is the colors, and then banners. And then you go in here, just keep in mind that there's different sizes. So there's the desktop, and then that's the size for my primary desktop, and that's what it looks like. And then there's the mobile, and that one's, more of a square, not really super long, and then primary banner 2. And so you can see I had to make these completely different because check out, our magnets could not be all on, 2 separate lines. I needed to spread it out to make it fit into the desktop version versus the mobile. And then the ornaments one, and then there's promo banners at the bottom, and you can do up to 3 promo banners. And there's, a whole page in Goimagine Help that goes over all the sizes of the banners and the mosaic and everything else. So you just have to, it took me a minute, I'm not going to lie, it took me a minute to create them all and make sure I had them all the right sizes, because the mobile banner at the top is 750 by 450, but then down below there are these options for these smaller banners, and if you want 3 of them, then the smaller ones are 800 by 400. But if you only want 2 of them, then the smaller options are 800 by 600. So it gets a little bit confusing, and you really have to decide how many banners you want and really figure out what order you want them to be in. And one thing that they did point out is that the promo banners should be the only place where you really take people away from your site. So if you want to send somebody to social media, if you want to send somebody to a mailing list or anything like that, you really want those towards the bottom of your shop, because if you put that at the top of the shop with these main primary banners that you have, the problem with that is you might send someone away from your shop, and then they might get lost, and then they didn't actually end up making a purchase with you, and you've lost that customer. So you really want to keep them on there to see your items first, and then fall in love with your items, and then be like, ooh, that's a little above my, my income. And then they'll see down below, oh, there's a way for me to get a 20% off coupon, cool. And then they're more likely to go through with it at that point. So just something to keep in mind, extra little tidbit. But that's basically it for the Mosaic. I'm sure there's some little things that I have forgotten. Feel free to comment, let me know. And if you found this video helpful or interesting at all, give me a thumbs up. I wanted to give a thank you to Karen Rubenstein. She is the watcher of the videos who commented and asked for more information about Mosaic and the reason why I made this video. And also make sure to just subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, all about Goimagine, sometimes a little bit about Etsy, and of course, Canva and whatever other little things I can throw in there to help. Maybe we'll do some about social media at some point. So yeah, just thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.